Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to time block your day. All right, most of us go through life and years have gone by, days have gone by, hours have gone by, and we're like, where did the time go? Like, what have we done with it? Like, we haven't accomplished anything, or we might be drowning in debt, or we might be trying to get a new business off the ground. Whatever it might be, the answer is time block. Time block your way to success. Time block your way to a new life. And this episode, I'm going to give you multiple ways to time block. Some of the things that I'm doing, the practical ways to do it, and it's not so much of a change, and it can literally turn into a miracle like 6 months from now, a year from now. All right, so the best way to get things done is to actually plan it. You've got to time block it. Another word for time blocking is plan it. Put it in your schedule, put it in your calendar, or it's not going to happen. You're going to find that things take priority over it. If I want to get something done, I need to block out my schedule, block out my calendar, and literally tell my loved ones, tell my family, tell my children, this time between 10 and 1 p.m. on Friday is sacred. Like, my phone will be off, my computer will be off, my email will be off, everything will be off, and it'll only be on that one thing, and it's getting that one task done to accomplish the goal. You know, at the end of the day, I like to focus on results. I don't like to have a to-do list. I want to have a result list. What am I trying to accomplish? Because if I have a to-do list, that turns into a boring, terrible grind. But if I look at what I'm trying to accomplish and backwards plan what I have to do to accomplish that goal, then it's a whole different outcome. I'm looking at the result. Like, for example, I'm hiring a high-level executive assistant, and when I had a training call with her the other day, I focused on the result, not what I wanted. So what I wanted, the how, was for her to start scheduling into my calendar, time blocking, literally time blocking, date nights with me and my wife, but not just time blocking, but coming up with the idea of what me and my wife were going to do on our date night, where we're going to go, what we're going to do, what we're going to see. That way it's all planned out and there's no thinking about it. It's all done and it doesn't turn into a stressful event. And my wife loves it because it looks like as if, and I'm not trying to manipulate or hide this because my wife knows I do this, but my wife loves it because it looks like there was a lot of thought involved into it rather than at the last minute, hey, who's going to babysit? Where are we going? I don't know. Where do you want to go? Well, what are you in the mood for tonight? I don't know. Whatever you're in the mood for tonight. It stops all that conversation and it puts us on a path to success, which is the result. The result is not going on the date, not having a nice dinner, not spending time or watching a movie. The result is me and my wife both feeling as if we spent valuable quality time with each other and being happy with it, and our love tanks being full at the end of the night. All right, so going back to training my executive assistant, I didn't tell her how I wanted her to time block my calendar with date nights or come up with the plan. I wanted her to know the result, and then she now has the leadership and the direction to make the decision with the result I want. So now she understands that Brent wants date night on Thursday at 4 p.m. We're going to have to schedule a babysitter, and I need to come up with a plan each week of what they're going to do. So the result is, hey, Miss Executive Assistant, I want my wife to feel loved and thought about and cared for at the end of this night, after each date night, and make her know that I'm time blocking my calendar just for her. So back to what we're talking about, time blocking your calendar, how to time block. That's just one example of so many. All right, so I'm the land man. I talk about land all the time, how to buy and sell land on this channel. So a lot of this is about how to run a successful land buying company and selling company. So definitely subscribe to this video, like this video if you're getting things out of it. I'm sure you will, and I'm going to keep coming out with more content every single day of the week. All right, so why would you want to time block your day? You got to plan your day or it's going to waste away. So I'm not saying be so rigid where you can't ever flex or change, or if one of your children are sick, you can't drop everything and be there for that person. I'm not saying be that. Don't be so rigid. Be flexible, but plan it. Either plan to succeed or someone's going to plan your calendar for you. And that's what I don't want you doing. I don't want you allowing people to plan your calendar for you. You know, our cell phones, we carry these things in our pockets and they're the biggest distractions ever. You know, we got to check the cell phone every 5 or 10 minutes to see if there's a text message or a phone call we missed. And some of us don't even check it every 5 or 10 minutes. We got the ringer on or the text message chirp on so that it can immediately interrupt what we've got going, whether it be date night or an important meeting with a client, or that time when you're listening to how your child's first day at school went and what they did and what they learned and who their friends are, and your phone rings and interrupts that process. So that's not exactly time blocking, but it's allowing you to spend that quality, that one-on-one time without getting interrupted with that time block. So one trick I've done, one pro tip I can give you that's changed my life is my phone no longer rings unless it's my wife calling. My phone no longer chirps when I get a text message unless it's a text from my wife. My email notifications are turned off. I check email like once a day now. I'm not constantly checking them, but this took discipline to only check my email once a day. Like, we all want to get that candy and like, oh, what's in the inbox or what's on the text message. It took discipline to turn these notifications off, because every time I would get that notification, and let's just say I'm working on a paper or writing content for this YouTube channel, and my phone rings or my phone texts or my email pings me, it's going to distract me. And now after I get that distraction and I answer that text message or that phone call or that email, I'm now going to have to come back to this content that I'm writing and regroup and reset myself and go back to exactly what I was doing. And then what's going to happen? Another text message, another phone call. So at the end of the day, we've got to control our calendars. We've got to block our calendars in order to get things done effectively. We're not multitaskers. I don't care who you ask. Oh, well, I'm really good at multitasking. I hate when I see a resume saying I'm really good at multitasking. That just tells me right there you can't focus on anything. All right, so back time blocking your day. I want you to know when the power hour is. When do you have the most energy? For me, it's first thing in the morning from like 8:30 to 11:30. That's like my power hour now. A couple years ago, it was actually a little earlier in the morning. But I mean, our lives change. Like as our schedules change, family changes, kids get older, things change a little bit. So you want to know when your power hours are. And this is when I choose to do my most productive, my most important work. Like a couple years ago, my most important work was 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. when I was in the military, before I had to be at physical training, before I had to be at PT. And at 4 to 6 p.m. was when I started my land business, when I started my house business. 4 to 6 a.m., there was no distractions. I blocked my calendar for this every day. It started with some Bible scripture. I literally drank a full glass of water the second I woke up, and I pressed the coffee make button. Like, I didn't make the coffee at that early. I made it the night before because I wanted my 4 to 6 a.m., the power hour. So I got through my scripture, said my prayer, and then I worked on what I needed to work on for that business, whether it be getting a list, writing my land offer letters, doing something to work on my business to further extend my business, to further get that off the ground. All right, next up, Brian Tracy said, if you're going to eat a frog, you should eat it first thing in the morning. Eating the frog is literally that important thing you got to do to move yourself a little closer to that result. Maybe you've got to mail your list. Maybe you got to establish your phone call systems for when sellers call you back. How does the phone calls need to go? Like, does someone live answer? Do they get a voicemail? Do they get a prompt to press 1 to speak to a live person? Whatever it is that day, each day there's going to be a task. It's a series of small wins, and these small wins turn into $50,000 or $60,000 a month coming in to your business. And they all add up, and it's those mornings, those power hours. Maybe your power hour is at 9 o'clock at night when the kids go to bed. Whatever it might be, mine is earlier in the morning. At the end of the day, if I let things wait to the end of the day, like going to the gym, it usually gets pushed away because something more important or more urgent or louder gets in the way, not able to go to it. So I time block my gym time. I've got to time block my time with my wife. I've got to time block my time with my children. I've got to time block my meetings. I've got to time block my team meetings. I've got to time block talking to my CEO. I've got to time block doing things for my business. All right, the last point I want to make, I want to reference this book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. It's Revolutionize Your Life literally by 8 a.m., before 8 a.m. This guy gives so many practical tips. This book changed my life. It allowed me the ability to build multiple businesses by just following the principles of this book. So definitely pick up this book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. He gives a lot of great points. A lot of this time blocking is talked about in here. So I hope this has brought you value. Definitely check it out. And if you're interested in building a land business, building a business that serves you, I've got a tried and true method that I teach people how to buy land at massive discounts and sell this stuff in your sleep. So head on down to thelandsharks.com. The link is below in the description. Schedule a call with my team. We'll see if we're a great fit, and I'd be honored to coach you.